He was the perfect man in the eyes of his neighbors. Polite, helpful, hard-working, a father figure who loved children. But no one knew about the 33 bodies buried beneath his house. This is the story of John Wayne Gacy, America's smiling monster. John Wayne Gacy was born in Illinois in 1942. From a young age, he was subjected to his father's violence, mockery, and belittlement. He never earned his father's love, but he always tried to impress him. The anger he suppressed within himself gradually turned into something dark over the years. In his youth, he managed to become someone well-liked in society. He worked in political parties and built strong connections with people. His smile inspired trust, and he extended a helping hand to everyone. But behind that smile was a face that no one wanted to see. In the early 1970s, Gacy founded his own construction company. He hired young men, approaching them with the promise of earning money. Many of them were last seen with Gacy. Most of the young men who came to his house never came out again. Gacy would invite his victims to his home, offer them drinks, and then start that terrible game. "Do you know," he would say, "I can do a magic trick." Then he would take a pair of handcuffs in his hand. When the victim extended their hands, Gacy would cuff them, and then silence would fill the room. For 6 years, the walls of that house remained silent. But that silence was the silence of 33 bodies buried underground. He would bury his victims in a narrow space beneath his house, covering them with gravel, while he watched television upstairs at night. The bodies of young men lay in the earth below. His neighbors liked him. He organized birthday parties for children in the neighborhood, and sometimes he would attend those parties dressed as Pogo the Clown. With his colorful costume, painted face, and fake smile, he made the children laugh. But that clownish smile was a mask for death. By 1978, 15-year-old Robert Pius had disappeared. The police had last seen him with Gacy. Gacy once again spoke with his usual calm demeanor, playing the role of the helpful citizen. But this time, it didn't work. When the police entered Gacy's house, they first noticed a strong, overwhelming smell, the scent of decaying flesh mixed with the damp odor of soil. When the digging began, human bones were found beneath the house. One, then another, and another, with every shovelful of dirt. Gacy's secrets emerged from the ground. A total of 33 bodies were discovered. Some were unrecognizable, and some have still never been identified. Even when Gacy was arrested, he was smiling. He seemed as if he hadn't been caught at all, but was calmly playing a role in a theater play. Throughout the trial, he remained cold-blooded. At times he joked, at times he mocked. "I only hid the bodies," he said. But everyone knew he hadn't just hidden the bodies. He had buried his humanity, his conscience, and his soul along with them. In 1980, he was found guilty of 33 murders. He spent 14 years waiting on death row. For his last meal, he asked for fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and a plate of strawberry dessert. On May 10, 1994, he was executed by lethal injection. His final words were cold and defiant.
"Kiss my ass."
John Wayne Gacy's house no longer exists, but the bones unearthed from beneath it marked not just the end of a crime, but the end of a nation's fake smile. That soil remained silent for years. Yet within it, the echoes of screams still linger. With every shovelful of earth, the bones reveal the rot beneath America's shining suburban dream. A suburban legend, a clown mask, a father figure. Each one hid a darkness that society refused to see. Gacy was a nightmare disguised as a good citizen. a man who smiled at his neighbors, then buried bodies beneath his house that same night. When people saw his photo in the newspapers, they said, him, impossible. But it was possible, because monsters don't always look frightening. Sometimes they smile like clowns, talk like businessmen, and sit at the dinner table with a father's patience. Gacy's story was not the story of one man, but of an entire society's blindness. There was a neighborhood that dismissed strange smells as just a dead rat and silenced the noises coming from the house, saying, "It's just the television." The truth was right under their noses, but no one wanted to see it. Monsters sometimes wear ties, and sometimes they make children laugh. Sometimes they shake your hand. Sometimes they help. Sometimes they drop a coin into a charity box. But there's something in their eyes, that familiar coldness mixed with emptiness, shame, and a hint of pleasure. And the most terrifying thing is that most of the time, you realize it only when it's far too late. Because sometimes, the most dangerous monster doesn't live in dark forests or abandoned houses, but right next door, behind the smile that greets you every morning with a good morning.